How has being from Imo State in particular shaped my values? I find in my own region, the eastern region, Imo particularly, I think Enugu has a bit of that too, which is a level of understanding life from a place of contentment rather than desperation. Appreciating the simple things, and sometimes the home might be suffering and you don't even realize or remember that the home also needs some love. Yeah, that's just what it is. It's a cultural ambassador of some sort. It was great. I mean, between my dad and mom's village had the stream experience, so we could fish and swim in the stream. My dad's village didn't have that. My mom's village had more cultural expressions like masquerade events and all that.
Well, you still fish.
Well, differently. Yeah, that's the type we do in the stream. The fishing now is in the Atlantic. It's different. From sitting by a stream, going deep sea is crazy. It's a whole different experience.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Welcome to the very first episode of The Living Canvas, a show where I use face and body paintings to tell stories. Not just any type of story. Stories about our culture, our heritage, and who we really are underneath it all. My name is Rufai Monadat. I'm a visual artist. In this project, I paint directly on human skin. And it's not just about aesthetics. It's about bringing our culture, our heritage, our symbols back to life. Each person I paint becomes a living canvas because, truth is, we all have stories to tell. On this first episode, I had the honor of working on someone very special, Enyinna Wigwe. He's not just a gifted actor, a face we've seen in powerful roles on our screens. He's also a custodian of heritage. He was honored with a chieftaincy title as a recognition of his service and deep connection to his culture and people. For his session, I used the Uli symbols from his Igbo heritage, that's from Imo, Nsibidi signs to represent strength, honor, legacy, and leadership. We'll also get to learn more things about him, his thoughts on culture, identity, and how he sees himself within it all. Come, let's get into it.
My identity, really. I think it's that dynamic force that shapes my identity and perception of who I am, be it local or global. It's just who we are. For me, it was a very big, it was pretty much what I decided upon when I was offered a title, a chieftaincy title. I asked myself why. Because I think I'm global-minded. I see people as humans first before the things that divide us. And I felt like it might be because of the way the perception of titles are here. It's pretty much around status. I'll be more respected if I got a title. If you call me chief and I want to go to politics, it's stronger. Some people are not even titled, but they take the title, on paper. But for me, I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? This might not be a bad thing at the end of the day, even though I'm not a politician. And why do I say that? The thoughts that came to mind that made me decide was the fact that my work takes me around the world, and it's easy to get carried away by that and forget who you are and your roots. And so I decided, the work I do, getting into different vessels to be different people, whether it's Igbo or not, or Nigerian or not. And after it's a vessel that communicates, right? So I felt like, okay, the way it's going and the way I see culture going, and we're losing it really because of globalization. The internet is shaping people differently from a more global perspective than identity. So I felt like, okay, this is the one thing that I know that each time I see, I will remember who I am wherever I am in the world. And just by being called that, I'm reminded. I wouldn't know much. It's, again, because of the unconventional approach to my accepting that. For me, it's what I do and not what they see. I got that through because of my humanitarian services during the lockdown in the community. And, sending relief materials, food and all that, helping out widows and, underprivileged kids through my foundation. I think it just, the title gives me a bit more responsibility on my shoulders. Again, to always remember where I'm from. And we find ourselves on this journey, giving back everywhere we go. And sometimes the home might be suffering and you don't even realize or remember that the home also needs some love. So yeah, that's just what it is. It's a cultural ambassador of some sort. How has being from Imo State in particular shaped my values? I never thought about that question before. Or if I'm to look back at growing up, because I grew up partly in Owerri, and looking at the how diverse we are as a people in Nigeria, even within the Igbo scope, you have a lot of, diversity in language, what we speak. Nigeria has over 500 plus dialects, 250 languages as a country. So that makes it really, complicated sometimes. But I find in my own region, the Eastern region, Imo particularly, I think Enugu has a bit of that too, which is a level of understanding life from a place of contentment rather than desperation. Appreciating the simple things. Sometimes I ask myself in Lagos, when I find myself in certain circles where everybody's trying to grab, and I don't give the same energy, I realized I think this is something I picked up from how I was raised, to find contentment in the simple things, find contentment in life beyond the material, while also aspiring to be great. It's not about the noise, it's about the substance. I think that has really shaped me to not always think the grass is greener on the other side or try to keep up with the Joneses or whoever they are. So I think it's shaped me to have contentment. I think it's a sense of family. There's that thing about going back home every Christmas to the village to,
Oh, we still do that?
Well, they still do that. It's usually kids that enjoy that the most, but I mean, we're all grown now and in different parts, so we're not under one roof anymore. But it was a big thing that really shaped us, and got us to understand our roots, even though born in the city. But for every festivity, we go back home.
But for you as a kid, how was this year?
It was great. I mean, between my dad and mom's village had the stream experience, so we could fish and swim in the stream. My dad's village didn't have that. My mom's village had more cultural expressions like masquerade events and all that.
Well, you still fish.
Well, differently. Yeah, that's the type we do in the stream. Yeah.
But I think that it's still part of why you feel it, right?
I never thought about it until now, about those childhood experiences. So no, it didn't come from there. The fishing now is in the Atlantic is different. From sitting by a stream, going deep sea is crazy. It's a whole different experience. Culturally and professionally, a legacy of excellence, really. I think there's no such thing as perfection, but there's something called the spirit of excellence. Whatever it is that you choose to do, try to be the best at it, really. Own it. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of what you do. There are places you walk into and people hear your name, your native name, and they could adjust their seats because of stereotypes. That spirit of excellence, owning what it is that you love and you do, and using it to the best of your ability to shape the world, right? In the same vein, there are people that ask you what you do. You say you're an actor, they ask you, what else do you do? That should be disrespectful.
I even remember when I was in camp, some coppers were being, they looked down on what they did because they studied theater arts and they majored in dance. To me, it is hard work, really. And the fact that it's not just them just doing the dance, they have to go through the research, the production of the stage play, the rehearsals, and the things it's play. I really think they should. Anyways, it's not for everybody.
So I feel like artist is the custodian, really, of culture and life. When you tap into your creative, there's a power in it. The power to understand life, understand people better.
Yeah, we actually see things.
Yeah, because normal people are programmed, like I said, go to work 9 to 5. It's a formula that they taught you that is your career path that you know. but we see the unconventional approach to those answers. So every time I've been in a meeting room or boardroom with the corporate side, I have to do the merging of dreams in a way that someone who only hears numbers understands, which is very tricky because your vision is your vision, your dream is your dream. You can feel it, but you need the numbers, money to manifest it. But the numbers only knows 1 + 1 is 2. When am I getting my 2? So it's taught me to understand a bit more about the power that we wield, that it's really kind of underrated.
Have you seen the Kidless Mike?
Oh, exactly.